Hey everybody, it's Mike over at Taxes and Bricks. Welcome back to another Lego video. Woo! It's another Lego day. Real excited. So tonight I'm gonna start another Technic set, but it is not the Ferrari Daytona. I want to do a couple more smaller sets, and I got a few in mind, and I'm gonna tell you all about them. One in particular tonight. I'm working my way up to the Daytona. I don't know why I'm intimidated by it per se. I don't say I'm per se intimidated by the set. It's a lot of pieces. I only have a couple of hours every night. I feel like if I start it, I'm going to be a couple of weeks before I can get it done because I've only got a few hours every night. So it might be 2 weeks, maybe 3. And I try not to work on more than one set at a time. And I don't know. Anyway. So here's what I'm doing. I'm trying to get a couple of sets done here, some smaller sets, sort of a sense of accomplishment per se, we'll say. But all right, tonight though, okay, we're gonna start another F1 car. Okay, tonight's set, right here, is set 42000. This is the Grand Prix Racer. It's a Technic set. It's a 1/8 scale F1 car. It was released March 1st, 2013, so about 10 years ago. So maybe it's an antique. It retired December 31st, 2014, so it had a year and 9 months. Good run. It originally retailed for $129.99. I got this set on an eBay auction in January of 2020 for $149.99. And I paid about 20 or 30 bucks for shipping. I can't remember exactly. It was in the middle somewhere, 25, 26 bucks for shipping. It's been sitting around. I don't know. I originally wasn't going to put this car together. Well, I was eventually, but here we are 3 years later. So yeah, like I said, it's a 1/8 scale car. This is part of now kind of a small kind of run of 5 1/8 scale F1 cars. So you've got this car, but prior to this, you had set 8458, which was the Silver Champions. You had 8461, which was the F1 Williams car, okay? And then you had 8674, which is the Ferrari F1. Couple of things to note here. I have the Silver Champions, and I have the F1 Williams. One of them is half completed. That would be the F1 Williams. The other one is in pieces, and I don't know if I have all of it. I bought it. The ad said it was basically complete. I don't know. We're going to find out if there's anything missing from it, because I'm going to get those two put together. And I think we'll do a video on those as well. But I splurged. A couple of weeks ago, I found a used version of 8674. That would be the Ferrari F1. That one, new in the box, is very expensive. Even used, it's very expensive. I think I got a pretty good deal on it. I got one for $289 on an eBay auction from Germany. And I paid a good bit for shipping. And it's not here yet, but it should be here, I think, on the 15th of February, which at the rate I'm posting videos, maybe after this video is posted. Okay, today's the 10th, so I don't know. Anyway, at least when I'm starting this, so I have no idea when I'm going to post this video, but we'll see. So anyway, I'm going to get this thing started tonight. So kind of excited. It's only, I think, 1,100 pieces, 1,141 pieces. So this should only take me, in theory, 2 nights to get done. So I start tonight, and then I can finish it up tomorrow night. But yeah, I'm excited about this because between this and the McLaren, and then if I can finish Silver Champions and the Williams car, and then that Ferrari F1, I'm going to have all 5 of the 1/8 scale F1 cars. And then, as I had said in a prior video, I want to try and find a place to hang them on the walls. I saw another Lego YouTuber do that with their F1 cars, and I think it looks awesome. And I may totally copy that idea. But anyway, let's get into it. I'm going to crack this puppy open. Because it's from 2013, there's tape, very nice. So we're gonna cut the tape here, And this also has the power function, that motorized kind of power up thing, which I don't really get down with, but all right, let's see what we got here. Oh, okay. Empty box. Tires, wheels. Manual's in good shape because they put a cardboard backing in it. The stickers look like they're in really great shape too. And it doesn't look like it has a lot of stickers, which is nice, unlike the McLaren. There's an unnumbered bag. Oh, I forgot. They're all going to be unnumbered. 2013. I don't think they were numbering things back then. They might have been. Not everything. Well, it's all unnumbered. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 unnumbered bags. This should be fun. So yeah, I may actually have to get a piece sorter and figure it out from there. But anyway, we're going to jump into this thing tonight and see if we can bang this thing out in 2 nights. And I'll flash back in maybe mid-build, or maybe if it's going quick, I'll just flash back in at the end and kind of show you guys the finished product. Okay, before I get to building, I actually wanted to flash back in here because I think that this might be kind of, I don't know, interesting. At least I find this part of a build interesting. When I get to a set where they don't have numbered bags and basically it's dump all the pieces out and kind of hunt and pack, I do find it helpful for me anyway, and it speeds things along for me to kind of part things out a little bit so that it's a bit more organized. So what I typically do with a set like this is I'm going to start with the smaller pieces, the, you know, single studs, the pins, you know, kind of like the 1x2 pieces, anything that is, you know, kind of a small connector piece or something like that. And I've got these plastic dip trays that I've used in the past, and you might have seen them in past videos, and I try and sort them out by color. Okay, as you can see here. Sometimes I don't want the tray to get too full if there's going to be multiple different kinds of pieces in there. So I will actually put, like, you know, I've got gray pieces in 3 different places, but I've tried to basically keep it so that, you know, these are going to be anything that's sort of 2 by and less. These are going to be sort of 3 by, maybe 4 by, whatever. I do the same thing with, like, these are all going to be just little pins. So I've got a couple of bags. So I try and hunt and pack around the set before I start and kind of dump out the bags of little tiny pieces, you know, little connectors and studs and things like that. Found a couple of white pieces here, so I'm going to put them in. There's not a lot of white pieces here. There's a couple of clear pieces. I don't know what I'm going to do with those, so I'm going to set those aside. Oh, there's a few more clear pieces. Hey, Kansas. Shh. Puppy, be quiet. Okay. The rest of these are just black connector pins. Those can go with the rest of those. I'll sort those later. You've got sort of what these are going to basically end up being like body panels. I'm going to probably just stick those kind of, you know, in a pile here. Any of sort of the longer kind of 1x5, 1x7, 1x whatever pieces can go over there. I've got more body pieces here, more body pieces here. It's not like an official sort per se, but it's just easier when I'm going through to kind of get it all together rather than having one giant pile of pieces, which is certainly fun, but not always. So, yeah. Anyway, you get the idea. I've got 2 more bags plus this pile to go through plus this little bag. It can take me about 2, 3, 4, or 5 more minutes. So anyway, I just want to show you what I'm doing here, my kind of strategy for getting kind of squared away. And, you know, I'll flash back in when I've got a little bit more progress going here. All right, so I said I would blast back in throughout the build. Yeah, that didn't happen. And let me explain why. There was no real good stopping point to kind of show you what the car looked like. I mean, I guess there was, but I don't know. It was kind of an odd build. And okay, starting back from the beginning here, it didn't have numbered bags as you saw in the prior clip. or at the beginning of the video when I opened the box. And I remember why. It wasn't until about this time that Lego started using numbered bags for basically every set. Anything prior to like 2014, 2013, some sets didn't have numbered bags. I didn't remember that. And I actually wasn't involved in building Lego back then. But I've done enough sets from, you know, the early 2000s and into today, and I've seen enough Lego and whatever to kind of know that, but I just kind of forgot. And most of the sets I've been doing recently are fairly new-ish sets, you know, or whatever. I mean, I guess for me, I buy them and stick them around for a couple of years because I'm crazy, but whatever. Anyway, so that's why this didn't have numbered bags. I think the first time Lego used numbered bags was sometimes back in 2004, 2005. I think, if I'm not mistaken, one of the first sets to use them was a Harry Potter set. I read that somewhere. I may be totally talking out of my you-know-what, but whatever. Anyway, so back to the build. Set number 42000. This is the Grand Prix Racer Technic set. It's a 1/8 scale F1 car. It's the second one that I've built. I've got 2 others and 1 on the way, which are all 5 of the 1/8 scale cars. I really hope they do more of them. But this was a really kind of neat, and it's a very basic kind of stripped down, bare bones model. So let me show you a couple things about it. There's really no cockpit. I mean, there's a little thing that kind of looks like a seat. See if you can see it. Okay. And there's a steering wheel right there, okay? And the steering wheel works. See, ready? Woo, steering wheel works, okay? There's also a little kind of, you know, hand of God thing, so you can, if you were playing with this and zooming it around, you could. This is set up to take power functions, or the power up. So you could get one of those power up things, and you connect it back here, and I don't know how the whole thing connects, but whatever. You can do that, according to the instructions. It's a little, you hear that? A little more shaky than the McLaren that I just did a few weeks ago. But all in all, this thing is really kind of, it's sturdy. It's not falling apart. My 2-year-old got a hold of it and let him play with it for a little bit today, and he didn't break anything off of it, so that's good. And yeah, I mean, even the little side mirror pieces are on pretty good. You know, all of this stuff is pretty solid. So far as I know, everything that's supposed to happen with this thing Technic-wise happens. So let me show you a couple of the actual features. And it took me a few minutes to figure this out. I knew that this back lid had to raise and lower because you build it raised. What do I mean by raised? That's what I mean by raised. Okay, you can raise basically the housing that goes over the engine compartment of the car. Okay, that's how you build it. And then the instructions tell you you're supposed to lower it. And I couldn't figure that out. Why? Because this little switch, if it's in this position here, it doesn't lower that. What does that do in that position? It tinkers with the spoiler on the back. I don't know if you can see that going down. So I was like, how the heck does this thing go down? And I'm trying to figure it out and whatever. And I almost gave up and like tried to figure out how to like push it down myself and crank the little gears. And then, I don't know, I kind of looked and was like, oh, that moves. I wonder if that's what it does. And yep, sure enough, you put that in the right position. And the engine housing, the lid that goes over the engine housing, will lower so that I could complete the rest of the build. Took me 2 nights. And I stayed up a little longer than I usually do on the second night just to get it done. I probably could have gone to bed and then done like another hour afterwards. Suspension's very good in this thing. I mean, it's pretty good. It's pretty sturdy. It's pretty strong. It springs back up the way it's supposed to. Otherwise, there's not a ton of features on this thing. Like I showed you, the steering wheels, well, you know, the wheels will turn. It's very cool though. It's gonna look really nice. I think if I'm trying to work this out, but I think it's gonna sit on a wall like this. I just gotta find a location, and yeah, so I'm real excited about that. But anyway, give you a couple of views of the car. There's front view, which is kind of badass. You've got the side view, another side view. Rear view, not so great. It's kind of stripped down because I think, again, they were kind of planning on somebody putting a power up function back here. And kind of top view. It's a cool model. It really is, and I really do like it. Not really much in the way of negatives to say about it. 3 manuals, there's like no real clear stopping points. So like when you're done with 1, you're kind of in the middle of building something and you just kind of have to continue on to 2. Like I said, there really wasn't a good... Hey, bad dogs, we don't bark at the kitties. Bad dogs. Anyway, that's it. I like this. This is going to look great. I don't have a spot picked out for it in my mind because in my mind I've always been thinking I'm going to hang it on the wall. So I haven't been planning for it. But working on it. Oh, one other thing I really liked. Oh my God, I forgot about this. I thought that this was going to annoy the ever-loving garbage out of me. Look on the inside of the tires real quick. There are 2 stickers on the inside of each one of the tires, on like inside the actual rim, the wheel. I thought that was going to annoy me putting those on. I think it looks awesome. And I can't think of another model that I have, another set that I've got that has that. I don't have one. And that's fantastic. And I think that that's really, really great. So anyway, that's it for today. Set number 42000, the Technic Grand Prix Racer, done, ready to go into the Lego room. So thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you like this kind of content, don't forget to hit that like button. Definitely subscribe and share my content with your friends because you know what? The more the merrier. That's what I always say. So thanks for watching. Have a great day.